California Governor Gavin Newsom just signed 2 bills into law meant to protect the earnings of children and teenagers involved in creating online content. The New York Times reporting some young influencers can make between $10,000 and $20,000 a post. One of the legislation's biggest supporters is singer Demi Lovato. She recently went on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon to call out Governor Newsom to sign these bills.
In order to make things different for future generations, there have to be protections put in place for minors of the digital age. There is none. There's none. So we're talking about families who are profiting off of social media. You know, minors need to be compensated for that. There's actually a bill on Governor Gavin Newsom's desk right now. He has until September 30th to sign it, and it advocates for the compensation of minors working on social media.
Let's go. Let's get that signed and moving. Let's go.
Let's go.
He's watching.
Yeah.
And Newsom was watching as he discusses with Lovato on the latest episode of his podcast, Politickin, with co-hosts Marshawn, Lynch, and Hendrickson.
I went on Fallon and I said, Gavin, you got to sign this.
She was attacking me, Doug, on Fallon. She's saying, this Newsom guy, we're going to track him down. And I think Fallon also said, Newsom's watching or something. Like, Jesus, this is next level pressure.
We had to get your attention.
You got it.
Indeed, she did. Evidenced by a video posted to the Democratic governor's YouTube channel Thursday, showing him signing the legislation alongside Lovato. One of the bills requires parents and guardians who feature their children in at least 30% of their online videos to set aside a percentage of earnings in trust accounts. Straight Arrow News reported on a similar law in Illinois that took effect in July.
We're trying to protect not just for the children, but also some of the exploitation that may occur in some instances, not all the time, where the parents are frankly taking advantage of those kids' earnings and using the kid as content and not rewarding those kids when they're 18.
The other bill expands on a law passed decades ago that protects child actors. Lovato, who rose to fame as a child actor on the Disney Channel, released a documentary on Hulu this month titled Child Star, taking a close look at what it's like growing up in front of the cameras, the good and the bad.
How old were you when you were first given substances?
10. I immediately went right to drugs and alcohol.
When we first got on the phone, you were like, I was on your show. I don't even remember something that I was on.
There was a sense of walking on eggshells.
I'm genuinely so sorry.
There definitely is not a manual on how to navigate this industry at such a young age.
In their video, Newsom and Lovato explain how a child actor from a century ago who starred in Charlie Chaplin films is helping the social media creators of today.
People don't know who Jackie Coogan was. I mean, that's really, we wouldn't be here with building off Coogan's Law. An actor back in the 1920s.
Jackie Coogan had made a bunch of money and then his parents stole his money and he ended up suing them for it. But the Coogan Law is a protection put in place for child actors in film and television.
The second bill expands the Coogan Law to include young creators who make content themselves for platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Under this law, 15% of a child actor's earnings is put away in trusts until they turn 18.
No one can touch it, but it's yours when you turn 18, and that's the safeguard that was put in place for the film and television industry for child actors.
Lovato is hoping her influence that helped create these new laws will lead to similar legislation across the country.
I'm hoping that this now law, I'm hoping that this sets the precedent for other states and hopefully becomes a federal law as well.
For Straight Arrow News, I'm Jack Almer. Download the Straight Arrow News app for more of our stories.